Before the popular Kevin Costner movie Field of Dreams, a Western New York man had a vision for America's beloved pastime. However, it wasn't mysterious whispers that drove George Davis to create a baseball field just steps from his home.
Rather, his inner voice and a sincere love for the game is what drove him to take a chance. News 4 reporter Luke Moretti and photojournalist Dan Holland bring us the story of Harley Field, a dream come true.
Another day is dawning across Niagara County as the sun's early rays tickle the dew-covered blades of grass. George Davis is already busy preparing this ball field for game day.
I mean, it's like, again, it's not just a baseball field, it's a thing of beauty.
Maintaining the field, Davis admits, is a lot of work. But
I enjoy it. This is my hobby. I love doing it.
And Nick Trifoletti,
it went from amazing to beautiful,
is right there.
Just keeps getting better every year.
Helping Davis when he has the time.
I don't know how to explain it, but it's kind of like a baby, like he said.
Whether it's weeding or edging the field.
I'm always trying to figure out what I can do better here, what I can make it look better.
And that's precisely what George Davis strives for. Better. A better field, a better experience.
All right, better. Play ball.
Because this isn't just any neighborhood ball field. This is Harley Field in the town of Lockport, privately owned and operated by, you guessed it,
I wanted to build a ball diamond because I always liked baseball.
At 75 years old, George Davis is seeing his lifelong dream play out right before his eyes. Yes, it's the love of baseball that drives George Davis, but it's also the smiles on the faces of youngsters who step on this field for the very first time.
Just to say they've been here, seen it, and I'll never forget it.
The ball field, situated in the hamlet of Rapids, is named after Davis's son Harley, who was 10 years old when George made the decision to build. That was about 25 years ago. But the idea, his dream, first took hold long before that, while driving by a deteriorating ballpark with his future wife, Maggie.
She could confirm the thought when we always went by that ball diamond. I always told her the same thing. I said, someday, if I ever get the property, have a son, especially, and we did. Came late in life, but he came, and we built the field.
Maggie Davis,
every year it kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger,
who's been married to George for 50 years, is a front row seat to the Harley Field experiment.
Well, keeps him out of trouble. Keeps him busy, keeps him out of my hair. No, it's fun. The kids love it, and it's so much fun to watch.
I'm so proud of you.
A backyard baseball park built to Little League specifications. And a scoreboard modeled after the iconic green monster at Boston's Fenway Park. Always a big hit with the young players.
It shows the team name and what inning it is and the total at the end, which other scoreboards really don't.
Fun and memorable for the kids and the coaches.
It's like a throwback to the old school days. It's great. It's better than most any fields out there nowadays that we play in.
And a venue good enough for family photos. But Harley Field wasn't always a sure thing. Davis admits it was a gamble. If he builds it, will they come? For the first several years, they didn't. He remembers being teased by some of his buddies.
And be going on for like 10 minutes. That looks nice, this looks nice. You did this, you did that. Then they'd sum it up and they said, but why? Nobody uses it. It made me feel like a fool.
But Davis would have the last laugh. His hard work paid off when the first sanctioned game was played in 2010. The rest is history.
This is my favorite place in Western New York after our home. There's nothing even close for me.
Christopher and Nicole Gauze and their 3 boys have developed an affinity for Davis and his field.
It's not just a special place to come, but it actually has some sort of magic, or at least some sort of mental edge that you can't find anywhere else.
For example, the boys use the field for practice, especially when they're looking to improve at the plate.
My boys, they're very good hitters, but every hitter has a slump. And every time they have a slump, we'd come here and do these specific drills.
We would end up just coming here to practice and then get in the groove, I guess you could say, and just start playing better at our games.
And legitimately, the magic of Harley Field's a real thing. They would always have some titanic blast or a long extra base hit or some special moment the next day, like clockwork, and it never failed.
That's for real then?
Yeah.
You noticed a difference?
Yeah.
For Nicole Gauze, it's not so much about kids playing baseball games as it is the memories created.
Because of the place being so special and looking so special, it stands out. And people will bring their kids, they'll play on the swing set, so it's just about bringing community together, having families together.
Hard to believe that George Davis got the ball rolling on this backyard creation by using kite string, a stick, and cardboard to map out the field. He figures about 100 games have been played here over the years.
George, if you had to do this all over again, would you do it?
Yeah. Oh, I think it's great.
While maintaining the field brings Davis a lot of joy, it's not without a financial cost. There's insurance and constant upkeep and all the extra touches. But rather than charge for use of the field, Davis accepts donations.
He just creates so many great memories for families here and doesn't really want any recognition for it. He just loves to do it because he loves seeing those reactions out of kids and their family.
And it's not just ball games. Harley Field has hosted weddings, family reunions, graduations, and birthdays. But the main thrust is still baseball, a constant in American culture, a tradition that keeps chugging along. And now, a man who dares to dream is doing his part to help Western New York youngsters do the same.
I just really appreciate how nice Mr. George is to us.
They come up to me without a parent being around and thank me for building the field. So those are cool, you know. I mean, I get emotional over it because it took a lot of work and it's satisfying that I know they like it.
Despite the resounding approval, Davis isn't finished, at least dreaming of the next improvement. His wish list includes dugouts.
I know that he would kill to be able to do the dugouts and especially the lights.
Yes, lights.
Somebody stopped by and they said, we heard the story, you might put lights in, we got poles for you. We'll bring the poles over. And when you're ready to put the poles up, call us, we'll put the poles in the ground.
So he was through the roof with excitement and it didn't pan out. So they sit there as like a reminder of this opportunity that kind of, passed by. So we're like, man, can you imagine if that would ever happen?
Someday.
You'd see a glow in the air because nobody would know until they got here what it would be. But it'd probably be gorgeous.
Maybe someday, but for now, George Davis will keep swinging for the fences. Big league dreams, you might say, emanating from Davis's very own Field of Dreams.
So I guess my goal is people remember. Someday they can say they played here.
Luke Moretti, News 4.